This is Tim Sims. I just got here from Advancing Prefab. I have my bag still and my lanyard. The first stop here at the show, I haven't seen anything else come out to the show village, and I saw something that I want to talk about right away. So the question amongst the manufacturers was, what are the bugaboos that still plague offsite construction in terms of processes and products? And one of them, because we had large building product manufacturer present, we were talking about how do we get rid of boxes, bags, and buckets, which is the wet scope of things, which is the really kind of the biggest wart that offsite construction has between the mate lines and the plate lines, but also within the unit. How do we get rid of some of the wet scopes? So you could panelize, you could definitely do that with tile and brick, but we just can't seem to get away from drywall, especially considering fire code. So we talked about things like MGO panels, fiber cement panels. What could replace this so we don't have to deal with mud? And obviously you can't just do drywall without a joint because it would be even uglier. So actually I've seen in factories where to keep these seams from cracking during transit, they'll put like expanding foam, or they'll just slap on some mud and a little scrap of drywall there to hold this, which is not what I would call advanced manufacturing or advanced process in our industry, which we're trying to make more efficient, less wasteful, instead of more wasteful and less efficient. This is a beautiful concept from the standpoint of a pod, integrated pod, because it's just interesting that we're seeing more, at least I'm seeing more going to the projects of a mix like you might see here. You have multiple different products made by the same company, and you wouldn't necessarily mix these all maybe on the same job, depending on the job, but you do see more of a hybrid approach and a mix shift away from totally unitized assemblies like volumetric modular to multiple different pieces or different technologies in the same project, especially since most of them have a great library and more advanced use of digital tools and BIM. So in Japan, there's I don't know the Japanese word for it, but we were talking about last night too. They want to do whatever's best for the project. So if the project needs to be volumetric modular, great. If the project needs to be panelized plus pods, great. If the project needs to be traditional construction, fine. What's the best thing for the project to manage the risk and the labor and the transit and the manufacturing capabilities that are nearby? And if they're not nearby, they make them nearby. They do on-site prefab or get a warehouse nearby temporarily. So I'm starting to see more and more of that approach. So that's just my first blush at seeing all these different things in one spot here at International Builders Show with Dave Cooper Live.